Welcome back to Budget 2018, and we are now joined by Suhel Seth from London and Naina Kidwai, past President FICCI and Chairman of Max Financial Services, joining us from FICCI. Thank you very much. Suhel, before I come to you, Naina Kidwai, overall reactions, I don't know. One thing I'll tell you that this time I am not getting too many political reactions, and it appears to be a little bit of a silence of the Congress party, which has had, not even a strong line of criticism so far. Don't want to draw you into the politics, but how do you view this budget?
The budget, as we see it, is really not one that surprises, because I think there was a wide expectation that it would be pro-poor and pro-farmer, both of which were necessary, particularly on the agriculture and pro-farmer end. And there's a lot in there for these segments. The fisc in itself, again, no surprise that there is slippage. There were already indications that it was going to be hard to achieve the proposed 3.2%. I must say the fact that it's at 3.5 for this year and 3.3 for next year versus the 3 targets set next year is a little disappointing. I'd have hoped that there would have been a little more adherence to the old targets. But having said that, it's again not a huge surprise. So the advantage of pro-agriculture, pro-farmer will be felt by some companies, so it does flow through, because as demand is expected to go up from these segments, it impacts industry positively too, where we're needing investment and we're needing more demand so that capacity utilizations increase. So all in all, no big surprises, but of course there is always this issue on investment, infrastructure, and need to continue that story.
Yes. Suhel, Jaitley had to walk a tightrope. He stayed away from what people call fiscal fundamentalism. And neither do I find this an outburst of populism. I would say this is an election-ready budget. What do you think?
As much as I love Naina, I hate how chambers of commerce define budgets as pro-poor, pro-farmer, pro-agriculture. To my mind, this is a pro-republic. And I don't mean Republic TV alone. It's a pro-India, pro-Indian budget. Why? Because if you look at it, all sectors that he has addressed, that Jaitley has addressed in this budget, are intricately interwoven. When you talk about infrastructure, you link Operation Green. Why you link Operation Green is because you need a cold chain established in this country. When he talks about tourism being upended, it's about tourism. It's about income for all classes, from the poorest of the poor to the luxury. If you talk about a universal health plan, you also include pharma companies, hospital chains, you include the poorest of the poor. To my mind, this is a pro-India, pro-Indian budget, following in the logical strategy that Modi has and has pursued of a new India, a new Indian order, where you talk about things from airports to helipads, you talk about universal health cover, you talk about the fact that you need more cooperatives to follow the example, the illustrious example of an Amul. To my mind, I would not deflate the absolute emergence of a new India by saying it's pro-agriculture or pro-poor or pro-farmer. We finally have a budget that is pro-India and pro-Indian. Whether you're a corporation or a farmer, whether you're a healthcare beneficiary, whoever you are, you will be touched by this budget. And I think it's a remarkable budget at a remarkable inflection point for our great country.
Well, you could be correct there. Perhaps we are myopic, Suhel, because we also tend to look at budgets in terms of whether they're election ready, whether farmers will be won over, whether salary taxpayers will be won over, whether women will now vote for Modi, whether the corporate sector is happy. That could be our perspective, and we need not be correct.